Hello, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Welcome back to Premier League Countdown. Now, I nearly forgot my own series title, to be completely honest with you. But make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you are new. Any fan is welcome from any club. Even though it's a West Ham YouTube channel, we talk about just general football as well. So if you are new, come and join us. We're nearly on 500 subscribers. We're just under 70 away. So if you can make that happen as quickly as possible, that would be great. Join the club. But yeah, today we're talking about Liverpool. Um, it's very interesting to talk about Liverpool this year because um, with Liverpool, this is the new reign. This is a new era under a new manager, etc. It's going to be weird to not see Jurgen Klopp in the Premier League. I'm going to miss his character. I do like characters in football, and Jurgen Klopp was a big character. But with Arne Slot, he was literally twerking for the job. He was literally so gassed to be there. But I've not watched a single game of Liverpool this pre-season as much as I wanted to watch the games against Arsenal and Man United. They were clashing in other things that I was doing. I think a West Ham pre-season game was on with one of them as well. But there's obviously constant rumours of like the big players leaving, etc. We've talked about this before on Lewis's channel, where Salah, Trent, and Van Dijk are all on 2 years left, I think, or is it 1 year left? 2025, I think. Yeah, 2025. So there's 1 year left. And I expect all three to sign. I think the most likely not to sign is probably Salah, in my opinion. I'd say Salah to Saudi is pretty much destined to happen at some point, with him obviously being a Muslim footballer. And they probably want to get the big names of, players of that religion, which kind of makes sense due to the country and the culture and stuff, and fits right in. With Trent, there's obviously been constant rumours to Real Madrid. I mean, I saw rumours of Van Dijk to Barcelona, but it's very easy to link a Dutch guy to Barcelona. But this is 2024, isn't 1998, or whenever, the OG Barcelona Dutch players played. I don't think Van Dijk and Trent will leave. When it comes to Liverpool in general, I'm not surprised, but I'm very confused on why they're not signing anyone. I've seen they've been linked to a couple sixes today. I know Palacios from Leverkusen's been linked. I know Zubimendi's been linked. Obviously, I know they've been linked with Kudus, but I hate to break it to Liverpool fans. He's not leaving this window. That would make sense for future windows, though. Under Arne Slot, Mohamed Kudus, that would be a brilliant signing for Liverpool, of course. I'm not just saying that because he's a West Ham player, but I'm not even going to entertain that for now. If I was to look at Liverpool in general, I don't know whether Trent is going to play in midfield or not. I don't suggest that's a good idea. I think if he's just going to play inverted from the right back spot, that's probably perfect, in my opinion. Just anywhere to do with the right back spot. I know people be like, oh, he can't defend either, but I mean, where else are you going to play him? Like, the guy has special qualities, but also has very big weaknesses. But I almost think with Trent, you got to take the rough with the smooth, as they say. I wouldn't mind those defensive incapabilities if you could give me elite attacking qualities, as long as it outweighs one or the other. If it was like he was just a good attacker and a terrible defender, then yeah, it's a bit of a problem. But he's more than a good attacker when it comes to from those positions and stuff. And I was one of the people that was like, yeah, Trent in midfield can work, but nah, not under pressure. Not under pressure. Like the turning, the mobility, I don't think he's got that for me. But with Mohamed Salah, he seems to never, like, you can see a slight drop off of Mohamed Salah, but his drop off is like better than some people's best seasons, and you can only imagine that he's going to score more goals this season. But speaking of like Liverpool attackers, I've always thought from the Jurgen Klopp situation that, especially of last season, the reason why they fell down so much is because not only did they need a proper number six, but a lot of their attackers were missing chances. Like outside Mohamed Salah, you can find a problem with pretty much every attacker that they have. Diogo Jota is not a matter of application; it's a matter of injuries. With Cody Gakpo, Darwin Núñez, and Luis Diaz, it's a matter of on their day they're good, but when they're not on their day, they are horrible. They are horrible to watch. They are horrible to even, well, yeah, just to watch, and just in terms of application in general. Now, Cody Gakpo could turn a corner. Dutch manager, Dutch player. It doesn't really have many excuses with this new system. Probably didn't really suit the way Jurgen Klopp played, if I'm being completely honest. But Um, this is a whole new thing where he can take the confidence from his form in the Euros to the Premier League, and we'll see how he kicks on from there. With Darwin Nunes, I'm sorry, I know people like chaos footballers and stuff. Like I'm just gonna say how he is. I just don't think he's good enough to be completely honest with the amount of chances that he's missed, and the fact that at times he either miscontrols the ball or he can smack it in the top corner. Like with someone that unpredictable, I just don't think they're needed within the top Premier League sides of trying to challenge for the title, etc. I don't know. I just don't think he's good enough. I don't think he's good enough. The same with the thing is, I was a fan of Luis Diaz as well, but Luis Diaz is a very on his day type of guy. I know he's been linked with them either way to Barcelona. I don't think Barcelona are going to pay that money just because of the money they paid for Dani Olmo. And they're still probably going to wait for Nico Williams no matter what happens, like whether it's this window or the next window. And I think they'll just put up with what they have until they can get Nico Williams. I do believe that Liverpool will sign Anthony Gordon eventually, but I just think it'll be next summer. I think that'll be a good signing. I'm one of the people that thought Anthony Gordon was shite at Everton. Didn't really get why he would move, why the Newcastle move happened. I didn't really get why Newcastle wanted to sign him, and also Chelsea put in a big bid for him at the time as well. I didn't really get the interest. I didn't get the hype. Eddie Howe brought the best out of him. Does squeeze a lot out of attackers and just plays in general beyond the level that they can genuinely exceed. And I think Anthony Gordon to Liverpool would be hilarious for entertainment purposes due to the fact that he throws toys out the pram as an Everton player. And I really look forward to the Merseyside derbies because of that, but also because it's kind of what Liverpool need in a sense. But I'm always skeptical about signing a player, like seeing a club sign a good player, like a player just after one good season. And I believe, like in my opinion, he's only had one good season. Like before that, he was started at Everton like the other season and then moved to Newcastle in the middle of it. Was still settling in, was playing games now and then. Then he became the starter. Um, it wouldn't really make sense for Newcastle to sell Gordon right now because they already need a right winger. They're going to need two wingers after that. So yeah, whatever. I know Harvey Barnes is there, but Harvey Barnes is injury prone. I know Joel Linton can play there, but he's a midfielder, not a winger. So I think it'll be very hard to get Anthony Gordon out of it. I don't think he's going to throw his toys at the pram again, but I do think he will push for a move next season. That's what I can see it happening. And I think that'll be a good attack, Gordon, Jota, Salah. But part of me thinks in this new system that Arne Slot plays, and I know it's not too dissimilar to Jurgen Klopp, but it's a bit different. Would Liverpool need a different kind of attacker where they get a probably more traditional number 9? Do they just do the lazy option and get Santiago Jimenez from Feyenoord? Who I think is a good player. I don't know whether he's good enough for Liverpool, but from what I've seen, I've only seen like 2 games, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I think he's a decent player. They haven't been linked with him. I'm just weighing up that scenario. But ultimately, even if they don't sign Anthony Gordon, they have to sign a number 6. And because Joe Gomez looks like he's staying, they're not going to sign a centre back because they have Kwanzaa coming through, Kanate, Van Dijk, Gomez. So they're not going to sign a centre back. Even though there's a lot of clubs that are interested in Joe Gomez, including my club, apparently. At right back, they've got Trent and Bradley. They've got left back at Simicast and Robertson. I don't know whether Conor Bradley's fit still. There's been rumours of Wataru Endo wanted to leave, and even with Endo, they needed a number 6 anyway. Like we need to see like from a neutral point of view, but taking any affiliation out of it. You need to see Liverpool really kicking on and getting a number 6. And I'm sure their fans must be a bit frustrated at the fact they haven't made a signing yet. They're probably the only club in the Premier League that hasn't made a signing. Every other club has at least made one. Even Tottenham has made one. So yeah, I get the frustration with that. We also need to see like players step up. Like for example, I don't judge players that joined the Premier League in their first season. So like Szoboszlai, like last season, he had a bad season, but it was his first season in the Premier League. So we'll see how good he is now after 1 year settling. Where, in my opinion, after 1 year, that's when I can fully judge you. I don't really rate the player, but we will see his true quality in that he can clearly strike a ball. But I don't think he has any outstanding qualities just as what a number 10 or what a number 8 can bring, to be honest. Like, I don't know his main attributes that really make him stand out as a player. He's not exactly like a specialist in the final third. He's not exactly a specialist when it comes to dribbling and driving with the ball, etc. I don't believe that Liverpool will have a massive drop off because as much as it's hard to follow Jurgen Klopp, I believe the individual qualities will still get them out of trouble, but only to an extent. I do believe they'll get third. I believe they'll get top four because they might not look as good as they did last season, but guess what? No one in the Premier League is that good. No one, in fact, the league has got worse than last season. Even from top to bottom, it is worse than last season. So I don't expect a big drop off for Liverpool. I'll be very surprised if Liverpool don't finish third or don't finish in the top four at all. They'll definitely get top four. And they'll probably be in the top four race. They'll probably be in the top four. The top four race will probably go from third onwards to whoever is there. So we will see in general. But I want to know from a Liverpool's perspective, any Liverpool fans watching, what is the optimism like from your club? Are you looking forward to just a new manager and like new things and you're over the Klopp situation? Are you negative because it wasn't a manager you wanted? Are you negative because your club hasn't signed enough players? It hasn't signed players in the positions that you've needed. Are you frustrated that some players are still at your club that you don't think are good enough? Because I know there was rumours of Darwin Núñez leaving, but I don't imagine any club. Obviously, there'll be clubs interested, but it won't be clubs of a level where he might want to move. And I don't see him going to another Premier League club, so it'll be abroad again. But then what abroad team is going to pursue Darwin Núñez? So I think he's probably going to stay. And I don't imagine that he got along with Klopp the best from what I heard. But we will see about that. I mean, well, we won't see about that, but you know what I mean. We'll see how Darwin Núñez does this season as well. I'm not saying he's the worst striker I've ever seen, but I just don't think he's good enough. Simple as that. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you are new. Social media is up in the description if you want to follow me, and an email for the inquiries. Join the FPL League if you want to. The link is in the community page of this YouTube channel. Just scroll down, you'll find a link, and you just click on it, and then you've joined. Make sure to get your FPL teams before game week 1. And I'll see you guys later